Let's take a look at Sassy magazine from May of 1995. First up, this swimsuit top is so adorable. And it looks like there's quite a few interesting articles in this edition. When to Say Yes to Sex and Betrayed, My Sister Stole My Boyfriend. On page 22, there's beauty questions and answers. Let's pick one to read. All right, this one says, I've got a problem. My face won't stop shining. Please help me find a cure. I am an oily-faced girl, so this is a problem that I have faced my entire life. They suggest using an oil-free cleansing bar like Purpose. Then they suggest a toner like the Almay Sensitive Care Toner. For makeup, they suggest this CoverGirl Balanced Complexion Liquid Makeup. But I say just embrace your oily skin because it means less wrinkles. On the next page, they have an ad for the St. Ives Apricot Scrub. And if you've ever washed your face with this stuff, you know it's like taking gravel and rubbing it all over your face. This is called Looks That Get Looked At. They took one girl and dressed her 6 different ways and then talked to 4 different guys about which looks they liked. So this baby doll look, this was 1995. And it's amazing to me that this look has come back full force with people like Sabrina Carpenter. I even found some baby doll dresses last week when I was shopping at Walmart. Okay, now on to one of everyone's favorite perfume from the 90s, Exclamation. This page is a continuation of Looks That Get Looked At, and it's got a cutout section of it, but I want to read you a quote on here. So this quote is in reference to one of the looks that they showed to the guys. It was a tomboy look, and it says, the tomboy look is not for me. If I wanted to date a guy, I'd date a guy. This was from Kevin Martin. I think Sassy Magazine should have been more focused on telling girls to wear what you want to wear and dress for yourself. Don't dress for someone else. On this page, we're going to look at the almanac and the May birthdays. All right, so this almanac was a year ago this month. The first one up is Jennifer Capriati was arrested on marijuana possession charges. If you don't remember her, she was like a teenage tennis star back in the 90s. Next up is Bobcat Goldthwait set Jay Leno's couch on fire. So I guess this incident occurred on the Jay Leno show where Bobcat Goldthwait put lighter fluid on the chair that he was sitting in and lit it on fire. He actually was charged and had to pay fines for this. The next one is Cindy and Richard paid $30,000 for a full-page ad in the London Times to tell the world how in love they were. Richard Gere and Cindy Crawford had gotten married, and people had been making a lot of speculations about them. People were saying that Richard Gere was gay and that Cindy Crawford was a lesbian, and so they decided to publish this article about how much they were in love. Yeah, it was kind of weird. Anyway, you can freeze this and read the rest if you'd like. Here's some of our May birthdays. Let's see. On the 10th, it was U2 God Bono's 35th birthday. Janet Jackson turned 29 on the 16th. And May 31st was Brooke Shields' 30th birthday. This page is all about internet safety, and it was really great for them to come out with an article like this because the internet was just brand new and we didn't have any idea what we were doing. The suggestions on this page are really actually kind of good, like not to give out your phone number or your address to somebody online because you have no idea who they could be. It was really fun reading this Love Online section because I actually met my husband on CompuServe in 1995. This page, they have their music reviews, so we're going to look at one of them. This is their write-up on Mudhoney, My Brother the Cow. It says, it's no longer cool to be grunge, and since Green Day commercialized punk, it's no longer cool to be punk. Mudhoney doesn't care. After all, they are the godfathers of grunge, and from their latest offering, they sound like Seattle's stepchildren to punk grandpappy Iggy Pop. They gave it 5 flowers. I think that's good. I do not remember this, but I guess they had a music hotline. So you could call this phone number. It was 95 cents a minute and listen to some music before you decided to buy like the entire cassette. Look, if you typed in 1656, you could listen to Susie and the Banshees. I see Sassy Magazine so differently than when I was a kid. I used to think of it as this cool feminist magazine, but reading a lot of their articles nowadays, it really doesn't come off that way. I just don't understand how this magazine talks about women at certain times. At the end of this magazine, they have an article about Tiffany Amber Thiessen and her breast enlargement. My problem isn't with the fact that they covered her plastic surgery. My problem is with the wordage that they used in the article. The makeup department was buzzing with speculation over the pair of bulbous mammary glands that are now protruding from Tiffany's once modest chest. Okay, I looked it up, and this article was written by Lance Loud, so I'm kind of not surprised it was written by a man. Okay, that's the top highlights from the May 1995 Sassy. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Did you used to read Sassy Magazine, and what did you think about it?